is going to be a very busy day, as the weekends usually are. I am way behind on even creating a video, so this will be interesting. I'm just going to film a whole day in my life. As you know, I'm going to cut it up, show you the highlights. But boy, has spring arrived. I woke up this morning to the sound of Sandhill cranes. That was very nice. There is a returning pair of Sandhill cranes that comes to the frozen swamps. Now obviously they're thawing. Every summer they nest there and raise their chick. And it's just beautiful to see, and I love it when they fly above the house and you can hear them. Beautiful. I'm on my way to the hardware store, and what's the project? Well, too many to count. Spring has arrived so quickly, so soon here, that my driveway is now almost snow-free, and the mosquitoes have arrived. That's not cool. That's never fun. Here's the overflow. Ooh, taking the road out a bit. Ah. Are we on an adventure yet? Anyway, the mosquitoes have arrived. The first set of mosquitoes, they are usually the fat ones, the big ones, and those you can often catch with 2 fingers in the air. But boy, yeah, I got stung. I saw one mosquito this morning as I woke up, and it was flying around the room, and it got me on my wrist several times already, and here on my forehead and above my eye. I didn't want to film actually this last week because I had a sty in my eye. Didn't look very attractive. It's still not fully healed. One of those things, right? So I need to hang mosquito nets, that's clear. Hang them over the beds, but even more so, screen the doors. I took my solid screen door down not too long ago. It wasn't what I was going for, that look, and it only had a half screen. The bottom was glass, and I much rather have more air circulation. But because I took the solid screen door down, I need to paint my door frame because now it's exposing what was underneath, and it's white. That doesn't fit with my color scheme. And last year I already tried to make these transitions, changing my color scheme on my property to give it a fresh, modern look. You know, I mean, it's an old home, but some color. I mean, I can make some changes. Looks good. Anyway, so my door frame needs to be painted. Might have to get patched up first, and then sanded, and then painted. I haven't even looked yet. But I got all those things at home, but I don't have paintbrushes and rollers and so on. I'm going to do the door shortly after if the weather holds. It looks like we're going to get some rain this week, but it should all be warm enough to do a paint job. And then the other thing I'm working on for several weeks already is I am helping my daughter build a Skoolie. A Skoolie is an old school bus, and she's converting it into an RV or a home on wheels. You can see it either way. It's going to be her first home. So I have helped her lay down the floor and do the insulation in the floor and the ceiling and the walls. And I helped her with the electric, which my neighbor helped me with it, because this is the very first time I've laid out electric cables, and hopefully this will work out. It's a 12-volt system. She's gonna have a deep cycle battery and a generator that will power the vehicle once she's parked. Solar power will be added later. That's not in her budget right now. She has worked 3 summers, and I mean, as a student, well, you only have so much time to do extra jobs, but she saved every penny and is putting it into the bus, and then she's hoping to leave this summer. So it's a really tight deadline. We are at end of April now, and she's trying to leave June 15. So we'll see how that turns out. Other things I need to do today is I need to summarize the snowblower, Hank, my beast of a snowblower. And so Hank will work again next winter and won't have any hiccups there. And for that, I also need to take my motorbike out of its storage. And that's exciting. I can't wait to ride again. And I'm also afraid, I have to admit, that first ride of the season. I mean, I only had 1 season of riding last year. So I don't want to say I feel like a beginner, but yeah, I feel like a beginner. Naturally, I'm back on a motorbike after 20 years of not riding. Last summer was the first time I was back on a bike, and I loved it. And I did a motorbike camping trip across Denali Highway, and I want to do more of that and take you along. That is where my joy is, riding motorbikes. The motorbike didn't start the other day. I had neglected her a bit. Ollie, my motorbike. Normally I would go out and start the motorbike once in a while, but I think next winter I'm going to do it differently. I'm just going to put a battery tender on it and call it quits, because I don't think it's a good idea to start the vehicle, you know, every 2 weeks or so. I mean, I'm not riding it, right? I don't think it's actually all that good to just let the motor run without actually riding. Leave a comment. Tell me how you do it. How do you store your motorbike? Do you just leave it alone, put a battery tender on it and call it quits? Or do you start your motorbike once in a while during the winter season to keep things moving? I don't know. Let me know. Almost to the hardware store. Need to get some electrical components to finish the circuits. I'm hoping to put it all together, attach the battery, do a test run. Hopefully all the lights work, all the circuits are done right. Again, my first time doing electric work. We'll see how it turns out. Made me think of my electrician friend in Germany. He was always the one we hired. My family, we would hire him, and he would do such good work. And now I appreciate it even more because I remember watching him, and I mean, you learn a lot by watching people, but it's a long time ago. I wish he was here. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see how that turns out, hook it up to the battery and do a test run. And if all goes well, then we are ready to install tongue and groove sealing on the curved school bus. I hope that'll work out. I am already thinking 10-20 steps ahead as to what the next steps are in this school bus build. And because obviously with all the research that my daughter and I have done on YouTube, thank you YouTube, on how to build out a Skoolie, well, it's not always straightforward. There are some school bus building gurus that we follow, and they always have the best ideas, but we are also working on a very small budget, so we're keeping things simple. So there are definitely compromises. Some of my videos might show some of that bus work, but I don't want to take away from my daughter's accomplishments. This is her build. I'm just there to assist. And that's what we do as moms, right? We try our best to support our kids. And then she can take off, and she's hoping to travel for 1.5 years. And then who knows what. maybe study in Europe or apprenticeship. I hope she's gonna go to Europe, honestly, because the cost here to have an education, whew, I mean, if you don't have a full scholarship, yikes. And then it can also be taken away. I mean, we live in uncertain times, so I really hope that she will study in Europe. And I mean, my kids have dual citizenship, so that'll be easier for them. Not that Americans can't do it either, but it'll be easier for them. Wow, there's a lot going on. Looks like many people have projects going on. All right. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you next Sunday.